Hi, my name is Anne Marie Green. I am a graduate of the Humber Postgraduate Journalism Program in 1997, and my current official title is CBS News Correspondent, but I'm also CBSN anchor and the anchor of the CBS Morning News. This is my Humber story. I think that what sparked my interest in journalism is that I have an interest in humans and humanness and what it means to be human. It's one of the few sort of professions where you can walk into people's lives and ask them intimate questions about them, what motivates them, what their fears are, what they hunger for, and they talk to you openly. I think the key takeaways that I got from Humber was that you have to work. It was a great environment to be able to get the support that you needed from people both in the industry currently, but also people who were no longer in the industry, but who spent a lot of time in the industry. What I learned is that my hard work with their support would lead to success, and it ultimately did. My first job after graduating from Humber was at the New VR in Barrie, Ontario. I went up there to do an audition. I did a terrible job at that audition, and I called up the news director and asked, "Hey, what'd you think? What did you think of me?" And he said, "Frankly, you did a terrible job. You need to come back and do it again." And what I realized that I had not done was done any research about it. And so I put together a different type of story that showcased really interesting characters from Barrie, Ontario, kind of quirky, not particularly hard-hitting, but it was exactly the type of storytelling that they appreciated, and I landed the job. And then I eventually was able to land a reporter job at CityTV and CP24. And then at that point, an agent actually contacted me from the US and asked me if I wanted to work in the States. And really, I had no interest in it. But I also knew that when opportunity knocks, sometimes you just gotta grab it, even if you think the timing is not right. And so I went for it, did a bunch of interviews, and it was the CBS station in Philadelphia that hired me as a general assignment reporter. I think that there certainly is a level of competitiveness that is not just about getting the good story, but also the business of news. And so balancing the need to tell great stories, but also keep people watching so that we can pay the bills is has been a learning curve for me, I think. As a journalist, my job is a facilitator. I'm not here to tell your story for you. You're here. You can do it, but I have to guide you. So you really have to craft your questions so that the person that you were interviewing gave you the information that was necessary to tell the story. The access that I get to these mind-blowing experiences that I am so undeserving. Super Bowl was one. The red carpet at the Grammys is another. Flying with the Blue Angels, walking on the roof of the Cirque du Soleil tent outside was another. These are all things that, individuals get to these experiences because they are single-minded about wanting to be there. They are single-minded about being a football athlete. They're single-minded about being a jet pilot. And they deserve to be there. I don't deserve to be there, but they let me in anyways. And that's the best. I think you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And the belief that getting the story out is ultimately going to be good for that person, is going to be good for society, is going to be good for the crime that you're hoping to solve, that you are making the world a better place, but there's discomfort in that. But if you can, you are guaranteed experiences that you just could not get on your own. The most rewarding part of my work is being able to connect with people when they are at their highest and their lowest. Being able to tap into what it really means to be human when we're humble and when we're great is so fascinating to me. I'm Anne Marie Green, and I'm a proud Humber grad.